This program is brought to you by University of Malaysia Terengganu.
Hello there, welcome to the short video of Discovery of Science. Today, we are going to discover one of the instruments that used to collecting sediment in the sea floor. You better watch out. Okay, today we are going to discover one particular instrument. So, together with me now is three of the professors from University Malaysia of Terengganu. The first one is Professor Serena, and she will be explain the purpose of collecting sediment in the ocean. So, the second professor is Dr. Didi, and she will be going to explain us about the structure of this instrument. So, the third one is Dr. Wazna, and she's going to explain us about the application about this instrument. So, first, Dr. Serena, I would like to ask you, firstly, what is the purpose of the researcher to collect the sediment in the ocean?
Okay, hi, my name is Serena, and just now over here, Tinos had asked me the purpose of why we collect the sediments in the deep ocean. Now, it's mainly to study about the global climate change, okay? Because by studying the composition of the sediments, we are able to see how the climate has changed. So, one thing, in the sediments, there's microfossils. Now, if the microfossil contain the sediments, we scientists are able to see or to look back thousands of years of how the original climate is in the world, all around the world, the original climate, without effects of the human activities and so on. Alright? And
So,
one thing you need to know, the climate affects greatly the ocean, and the ocean affects greatly the climate. So it's vice versa. They are linked together.
Actually,
they are linked together very, very closely. So all of this, you can see the changes of the sediments that form in the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, that's why the scientists going research about the sediment.
Yes. So the changes in the ocean, no, the changes in the climate are actually very closely linked, as you know. So these affect the sediments, the composition of the sediments that slowly accumulates on the floor.
So, far from we know the climate, what else we can know about the...
Alright, other than to study how the climate has changed, we are also able to see how the temperature has changed, and also how the pollution that caused by us, how it affects the animals that feed on the seafloor. So it's actually linked together, but mainly if we are able to study the composition of the sediments, we are also able to see how the marine life or the marine system or the ecosystem in the marine life changes as well. Thank you, that's all.
So now we are going to discover the structure of this instrument. So Dr. Didi, I would like to ask you, what is the name of this instrument?
Okay, the name of this equipment is pleasure core.
Explain me more about the structure of this instrument.
Okay, this instrument consists of three main parts, which is the fins, the main body, and the core tube. Okay, as we mentioned before, this pleasure core is used to take the upper layer of ocean's bottom sediment, right? So the shape design must be easier in order to take the sediment.
Okay.
Can you guess the weight of this pleasure core?
Actually, lift it up.
Okay.
What do you think? I guess it must be 100 kilo, up to 100 kilo.
Wow, it's too heavy.
Yeah, it's too heavy.
Yeah, but actually, for the actual weight of this core, this pleasure core is about 8 kg only. But because of this is the additional weight of the core. Besides that, it also used to increase the penetration of the sediment.
So, can you tell me what is the function of this fin? What is function?
This fin cannot be rotated, right?
Yeah, I can see
It's static here. Okay. This fin function as the stabilization of this pressure
Oh,
core.
while the pressure core is falling down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, next we are going to see how actually this thing function or its application. So, Dr. Wasna, can you show me how to set this thing up?
Oh, sure. Okay. Firstly, this is the perspex cylinder rod, and this is the core tube. Firstly, the rod inserted into the core is okay. Then tie it here. Okay. Thank you, helping me. Okay. Then this pressure core will lift it by using the winch, and then it will be released into the ocean vertically. When the pressure core reaches to the bottom of the ocean, the sediment will collected inside the rod. Okay. Then when the sediment retrieve, the check valve will automatically close to trap the sediment inside. Okay. Then they will be pulled up from the ocean.
After all, how do we take off the sediment out from this instrument?
How to? Okay, firstly,
So this is how we take off the sediment. Imagine that there's sediment in here. Okay.
In this rod, will contain a different layer of sediment which have accumulated
Many times.
over
ago.
time. Yeah,
Okay.
over time ago. At that spot lah.
Okay.
Okay, usually pressure core is widely used in the deep sea, which take a sample only of the upper layer of the ocean bottom to the depth of about 1 meter. That's all. Thank you.
Right. Okay, now that you understand the use of the purpose that why we collect the sediments in the bottom of the ocean, and now that you also know the structure detailedly by Dr. Didi, and also how do we use the pressure core by Dr. Was. So I guess that is all.
Okay. So very thank you for 3 of you. And then farewell. My name is Martinus Simon, and that's all for the short movie for Discovery of Science. Thank you.